we'll get started. If you have any questions, just give a little wave. I'll keep an eye out. Okay, I'll spot you. Is that all right? Deadly. Okay, cool. So let's begin. Right. So let's just find our center. Okay, so let's put our 2 feet together. Let's point our toes out and then our heels out. Okay, and I just want you to roll onto the balls of your feet and back onto your heels and onto the balls and back onto your heels. And let's find that halfway point between your big toe, your little toe and your heel, so have that equal weight. Let's imagine this bucket of water, your pelvis is a bucket of water. Let's tilt the water out the front of the bucket and out the back and again out the front and out the back. And let's find that halfway point where no water gets out of your bucket. Let's imagine you use 2 magnets either side of your pelvis and just draw on those magnets in, getting that pelvic floor working, okay? Let's inhale. Bring your shoulders to your ears and relax. And again. And relax. And last time. And relax. Okay, let's put our 2 hands out in front. And we're going to go into tie soldier, okay? So 1 hand up and 1 hand down. And we exhale to lift. Excellent. Just warming up that upper chain, loosen up those shoulders. Brilliant. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, for 2, last one. Let's put our 2 hands out in front, and this time we're going to go into chest stretch. So we're going to stretch, so we're like a martini glass. Wouldn't mind one now. Bit early. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, 2, and last one. Brilliant. Okay, let's interlink our fingers. Let's take a big deep breath. Let's inhale. Exhale, let's roll those shoulders and stretch that upper back. Big inhale again. Exhale, bring it up to the sky. And relax it back down. And again, inhale. Exhale, we push out. Stretching that upper back. Big inhale. Exhale up to the sky. And relax back down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, we push away. Big inhale. Exhale up to the sky. And relax it back down. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Exhale up to the sky. And relax it back down and shake it out. Okay, we just want to warm up that lower limb. Okay, so this is really good for our balance. So we're going to go up onto our toes and a bit of concentration as well. We're going to bend those knees. We're going to go down into our heels and stand up tall. So toes, bend the knees, down into the heels, stand up tall. Brilliant. Toes, knees, heels, tall. Brilliant. Toes, knees, heels, up tall. 2 more. Toes, knees, heels, tall. Last one. Toes, knees, heels, up tall. Okay, let's change direction. So this time we're going to bend our knees. We're going to go up onto our toes. We're going to stand up tall and relax back down. Bend the knees. Up onto our toes. Stand up tall and relax back down. Bend the knees. Toes, tall and lower. Knees, toes, tall and lower. 2 more. Knees, toes, tall and lower. Last one. Knees, toes, tall and lower. And shake it out. Okay, we're going to do some plie squats. So big nice wide stance. Toes pointing towards the corner of our mat. Keeping that bucket of water. Imagine we're a slice of toast in the toaster, and we're going to sit right down, okay? So we don't want to burn our butt. So we're going to inhale. Exhale, we're going to open up. Just stretching that inner thigh and back up again. And again. And up. And again. Brilliant. And we exhale to lower. Sink those shoulders away from those ears. Nice and relaxed, sitting down and up. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, 2, and last time. Let's hold it down here, okay? And let's just pulse it for 10. Working those quads. 9, 8, Let's just shift our weight onto our left leg. Have a slight bend on that leg, and we're going to lift and lower. Working that back side and working on our balance. Brilliant. So I don't want any hip hitching, so we try and imagine we have a spirit level here and we're keeping that ball in the center. So we're really working our glute. For 4 more, for 3, 2, 1, excellent, and change. We lift and we lift. Brilliant. There's someone late to the party, sorry now. Brilliant. Stay going. Let's go for 4, for 3, 2, 1, and relax and shake it out. Okay, and just keeping in that stance again. We're just going to stretch that side. Opening up. Really imagine someone's trying to pull that hand out of the socket to really stretch on that side. Brilliant. Back to neutral and we change. Again, someone's pulling that arm out of the socket. Back to neutral and change again. And last time on this side. Excellent. And relax. And we're going to do some half rolls. So we're going to roll that left shoulder. We're going to side bend. With our right hand, we're going to pull it down towards our small toe, into the center, tuck the chin in, and stack our spine. Really working on that spine. I know it's hard to see. We roll. We side bend, come to the small toe, then to the center, tuck the chin in, and stack and roll back. Open up that spine. Let's go for 4 more. Tucking the chin in and stacking that spine. Allowing that spine to move, roll back. We roll, side bend. Come to the side, then to the center, and we stack. Excellent. Let's roll, side bend. Come to the side, then to the center, and we stack our spine. Let's do 1 more. Roll, side bend. Come to the side, then to the center, and we stack our spine. Okay, we're going to do some full roll downs. And we're going to roll down and come back up. And we're going to do that 3 times and then we're going to end up down on the mat. Okay, so let's stand to the side of your mat. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale, we tuck our chin to our chest. Bring our forehead to our breastbone. Allowing that spine to open up segment by segment, all the way down to end range. Big inhale here. And exhale, we stack our spine. All the way up and roll those shoulders back. Brilliant. Big inhale again. Exhale, tuck the chin in. Forehead to breastbone. Curl those shoulders, allowing that spine to open up. Down to end range. Big inhale. And exhale, stack. And last one. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin in. Open up that spine. All the way down. This time we stay here. Big inhale. And exhale, let's walk onto our mat. And let's lie all the way down onto our belly. You might have to move your camera yet. Okay, let's tuck our chin in. If we have a little pillow or a cushion or a towel, just put it on your forehead. Okay, tuck that chin in. Nice long spine, sinking those shoulders away from those ears. We're going to inhale. Exhale, we're going to float that right leg off the mat. And back. And let's change with the left. And back, just really working your backside muscle here. Try not to have any movement in your lumbar spine. That's it, and we alternate. We lift, and lower, and we lift, and lower. Excellent, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Warming up that backside, really getting those glutes working. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. And let's stretch our hands out in front. And we're going to go into swimming level 3. So this time we're going to lift our right hand and our left leg. Brilliant. And back down. And we change. Excellent. And change. And we exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale for lower. 3, 2, and 1. 2 hands either side of our face, and let's go back into child's pose. So bringing our backside back on top of our heels, stretching out that shoulder. Big inhale here, and out. And again, and out. Okay, let's come back up into 4-point kneeling. Okay, so our hands are directly underneath our shoulders, our knees are directly underneath our hips. And we're going to find that halfway point. So we're going to push our belly button down towards the mat and draw it right up towards the ceiling. Excellent. And down towards the mat again. And right up towards the ceiling. And pushing it down. And up. And again, find that halfway point between both those movements. Okay, so that's your spinal neutral. So everyone's is different. Imagine you have a tray of drinks on your lower back. And try and keep those drinks nice and steady, okay? We're going to just go into swimming level 4. So we're going to push our right hand towards that same side, that mat. Pushing it as far away as you can, and back to neutral. And the same with the left, so we push away, and back. And then let's go with our leg. We push away the leg, so literally sliding the leg. Imagine someone's grabbing it out of the socket, and the change sides. And back, and let's push away the leg again, and back, and push, and back. Okay, this time we're going to incorporate all those movements. So right hand, left leg, we push away and lift, back in and down. So imagine again, someone's pulling those legs out of the socket and those hands out of the socket. So it's not about how far we can lift up. We keep that spinal neutral, and it's about someone's pulling the arms and the legs out of the socket. But really stretching through that body. Brilliant. Keep those shoulders away from those ears. Nice long neck. That's it. Let's go for 4 more. And we're alternating. For 3. Brilliant. Keeping that nice control. Drawing that belly button in towards your spine. For 2. And 1. And back in. And this time lift our right leg and our left arm, nice and long. And we're just going to tap our hand and our foot down and bring it back up. And we tap, we exhale to tap. Brilliant. Keeping that control. Let's go for 4 more. Brilliant. 3, 2, and 1, and slide in and change hands. We stretch out and we tap and back and tap. Brilliant. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it back in. This time we're going to do some fire hydrants. So we're keeping in our 4-point kneeling, and we're going to lift our right leg out to the side as if we're a dog peeing in a ditch. Go again. Keeping that same leg, really working that backside muscle that is neglected a lot of the time. We'll have bums of steel. Let's go for 4 more. Excellent. For 3, for 2, and 1, and back in and change direction. We lift and really squeeze that backside, and we lift and lift. Excellent. And lift and lift. 2 more. Lift. Last one. Lift and back in, and go back into child's pose. So bring that backside back on top of our heels. Brilliant. And we're just going to tread the needle. So right hand under left leg, under left hand. And then bring that hand back and look up to the sky. So bring that hand up, pointing towards the ceiling. And we push it again underneath that same hand, that opposite hand. And really push the back of that hand in towards the floor. So really stretching out that thoracic spine. And back and looking up towards the sky. Excellent. And change hands. So looking into that side, push the back of your hand in towards the ground and drawing it right up towards the ceiling. And again, looking into that hole, and back up. And last one, looking in, and back up. And now let's go onto our side, facing me. So lie on our side. If we have our little pillow or our cushion or a towel, we straighten out that back hand, the bottom hand. Get our little cushion, put it between our head and our shoulders. We stack our hips, stack our knees and stack our ankles. Should be a little gap between your ribs and your pelvis. So you should have a little marshmallow here. We'll try and mind it so we don't dip into here. Okay, we're going to go into clam level 1. So keeping our ankles together, we're going to inhale. Exhale, we're going to lift that top knee off the bottom knee. And back down. Keeping those ankles together, keeping as far forward as we can so we don't fall backwards. So imagine we have 2 headlights on our hips and they're pointing down towards the floor. And we exhale. Really working that backside muscle. Brilliant. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's float those ankles off the mat. Okay, we're going to go into clam level 2. We're going to open and close. And we open and close. Open and close. Really good for that control. Should start really feeling that in our backside muscle now. If at any stage this becomes too difficult, just lower down to clam level 1. I don't know if it's any easier, but it's supposed to be. And we exhale to open. Inhale to close. Exhale to open. Excellent. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Feet, ankles together. Lower those ankles, lower those knees. Let's stretch out our legs. So we should be able to see our toes just in our peripheral vision. And we're just going to lift and lower. Excellent. Again, it's not about how high we can lift. We remember that we have that little marshmallow between our ribs and our pelvis. We try not to squash it too much. So keeping that control of that lumbar spine. Excellent. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it up here and let's just pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's hook your foot behind your knee and just stretch out that backside, give a bit of a rub. Brilliant. Bend up our 2 legs. Let's stretch our 2 hands out in front. And we're going to inhale. Exhale, we're going to float that top arm as far towards that back wall, really stretching out that chest. Brilliant. And back. And again, let's exhale. Try and keep your hips facing the same direction as facing towards me, and your hand floating back towards that back wall. And back. And let's do 2 more. And back, and last one. And back. Brilliant. Okay, let's go onto sitting before we go to the opposite side. We want to sit up nice and tall. Okay, we put our 2 hands out in front, and we're just going to rotate as far to that opposite foot as we can. And back to neutral, and we change. And back, and change. And back, and change. Brilliant. And change. This time let's rotate, small finger to small toe. Back to neutral. And again, rotate, small finger to small toe. And back. Opening up that thoracic spine. Brilliant. And last one. And let's roll onto that opposite side. Lie onto the opposite side and we'll start our clam series again. So stretching out that bottom arm. Pillow between our head and our shoulders. We stack our hips, stack our knees and stack our ankles. Let's do clam level 1. Okay, so headlamps facing down towards the floor, and let's open up and close. Brilliant. Let's do 2 more. Last one, float those feet off, and let's open up and close. Brilliant. Keeping those hips facing down towards your mat. Try not to let your backside fall backwards. Imagine your butt is up against the wall, and we open and close. Start feeling that glute burn now. Let's do 1 more and relax those feet down. Stretch those legs out, and let's lift and lower and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Excellent. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Again, remember we have that Malteser between our hips and our rib cage. Try not to squish it too much. That's it. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Let's hold it up here and let's pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hook your foot behind your knee and stretch out your glute. Give it a bit of a rub. Brilliant. Bend up those 2 knees. Stretch those arms out in front, and we'll do some chest stretch again. So big inhale. Exhale, float that top arm back towards that back wall. Keeping those ribs as far towards the front as we can, and back with those hips. And let's go again. And back. Excellent. And again. Really good for that thoracic spine. Open up that chest. And back. And let's do 2 more. Let's open up. And back. And last one. And back. And let's roll onto our backs. Okay, get your little pillow, put it between your head and your shoulder, or behind your head. Okay, let's put our 2 feet together. Let's point our toes out towards the corner of our mat and then the heels. Okay, so this is what we call rest in Pilates. Let's find that neutral spine. So let's push your spine into the mat and arch it back up. And again, push that spine into the mat and arch it back up. And again, and up. And let's find that halfway point where no water gets out of our bucket. Okay, again, imagine those 2 magnets either side of the pelvis, and we'll draw those magnets in, really working that pelvic floor. Let's inhale. Deepen that connection, so really draw up, and let's lift up to tabletop, okay? So if none of you have done Pilates, this is what we call tabletop. So it's what I like to say, a gin on my shin. So if I was having a gin here on my shin, I wouldn't spill it in this position. I'd spill it here and I'd spill it here, but if it's nice and straight, so it's literally 90 degrees from my hip, 90 degrees from my leg, or from my knee, okay? And we're going to do a 1-legged stretch. So we're just going to stretch out and back. So imagine we're tipping a button or turning off a light switch with our big toe, and we stretch. And we exhale to stretch, inhale for in. And again, nothing else should be moving, so keeping that pelvis as still as we can. We're stretching, brilliant, and back. And we're stretching, and back. Excellent. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Let's keep it on that same line. We're just going to work those lower tummy muscles again, and we're going to do some scissors. So we're going to tap our toe off the ground and back. So the big problem with this is a lot of the time we move our knee, so everything should be coming from our hip joint. So keeping that same angle at your knee and back, and we exhale. We should start feeling that in our lower tummy muscles and back. And don't lose your tabletop, don't lose that gin on your shin. Excellent. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, for 2, and 1. And let's lower down that leg. And let's deepen that connection again and lift the opposite leg. We exhale to lift, up to tabletop, brilliant. And do our one-legged stretch. So we stretch out and back. And we stretch and back. Stretch, exhale to stretch. Inhale for in. So remember, sink those shoulders away from those ears. Nothing else should be moving. Like you should have a really strong core. That's it. Excellent. Brilliant. Let's go for 2, 1. Keeping up that leg, and let's go into our scissors level 1. We tap and up, and we're tapping and up. So imagine we're just tapping our toe into a puddle of water, keeping that knee at the same angle, at that 90-degree angle, so we don't bend our knee. Everything is coming from our hip joint. And we exhale to tap. Inhale for up. Excellent. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let's keep that leg up at tabletop. Let's deepen our connection. Exhale, lift to double tabletop. If at any stage this becomes too difficult or hurting your lower back, please lower your leg down and start off with just level 1. Okay, we can always work up. So we're going to do our level 2 one-leg stretch. We're going to stretch out and back, and we stretch. And again, we're tipping that leg, that toe off the light switch. And imagine someone's pulling that leg out of the socket. Excellent. And really stretch out that leg when you're stretching. And we're alternating legs. So right leg, then left leg stretch, then right leg stretch, then left leg stretch. Brilliant. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let's keep our double leg tabletop, and let's do a scissors level 2. So we tap one leg down, keeping the other leg at tabletop, back up, and we tap the opposite leg. Brilliant. We'll have abs of steel coming into the Christmas, if we ever get out. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let's lower one leg down, then lower the opposite leg down, and do our hip twist. Keep our 2 ankles together, stretch out those arms, bringing our knees towards our left. We look to the right. Excellent. Back to neutral and change. And back to neutral again and change. And back. Last time. Brilliant. Okay, let's get those upper limb moving. Okay, so let's put our 2 hands either side of our hips. I want to start off with hundreds. Okay, so most of you who've done Pilates before, hundreds is like the holy grail of Pilates. So what we're going to do is sink those shoulder blades off the mat. Okay, hands either side, and we're going to tap our hands as if we're tapping into a puddle. We're going to inhale for 5 taps, exhale for 5 taps. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If any of you want to challenge, lift one leg up to tabletop, okay? Brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're called hundreds because we should be doing 100 of them, but we'll do that the next step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's deepen that connection. Lift the other leg up to tabletop. Again, only if this is not giving you any pain and you're feeling quite strong. Brilliant. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. And draw those knees in, lower that head and neck down, and stretch out one leg as far as you can. Draw that opposite leg, knee into the chest, and change. Brilliant. Okay, you can remove your head, your pillow now. We're just going to do some bridging. Okay, so again, bring those heels up towards the back side. Let's find that rested Pilates. So toes towards the corner of our mat, followed by our heels. Okay. Again, we imagine that bucket of water. Let's draw that water, draw that spine down into the mat, and open it back up again. And again, draw it down and open it back up. And this time, let's tuck that tailbone in and lift that spine off the mat. Lifting that backside up, 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 all the way up. So now your knees, hips and shoulders should all be in line. Brilliant. And it'll lower all the way back down. And again, big inhale. Exhale, tuck that tailbone in and we'll lift all the way. Nice, slow, controlled, segment by segment, all the way up. Brilliant. So bridge level 1 and we'll lower all the way back down. Excellent. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in and lift. And lower all the way back down. Let's go for 2 more. Lift, tuck that tailbone in and lift all the way up. Drawing that pelvic floor in and all the way back down again. Last one, tucking that tailbone in and lift segment by segment all the way up. Let's keep it up here. Let's put our 2 hands overhead, okay, and let's lift our hands back overhead and back up to eye level. And again, keeping up our bridge. Excellent. Hands come overhead and back and overhead and back. The big thing here is try not to let your ribs flare, so keeping those ribs drawn down towards your belly button. Brilliant. Let's go 2 more. And back. And the last one. And back. Lower those hands down by our side and lower our bridge all the way down. Nice, slow, controlled, all the way down to end range. Let's go again. Let's inhale. Exhale, tuck that tailbone in and lift all the way up, up, up. Knees, hips and shoulders should be in a diagonal line. And let's just spread those legs. So bring our knees down towards our mat. Open up that hip joint, working on our glutes. And back in. And again. And back. Excellent. Open up and close. And we open. Really working those hamstrings, that lower back and those glutes. And back. And back. Excellent. And back. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, 2, and 1. Knees come together and lower down that bridge all the way down, down, down. It's nice, slow and controlled. Let's go again, back up into our bridge. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck that tailbone in, lift that spine off the mat. Excellent, okay? This time we're going to do our tippy toes, so double tippy toe. Lift up and back, working those calves. Let's lift, excellent, and back. We exhale to lift, inhale. Keep up that back side now, it's going to want to drop. Brilliant. Brilliant. Really good calf strength. Excellent. Let's go for 4. Down. 3, 2, and last one. Lower down those heels and lower down that bridge. Nice, slow and controlled. And draw those knees into our chest again. 2 together. And just rock that spine from side to side. Just opening it up from being an extension for so long. Excellent. And just lower one leg down and get our foot and hook our foot in front of that knee just to open up that hip joint, pushing our knee away from down into the mat, open up that hip. And change and open up again. Brilliant. And let's let's change again. And this time let's bring that supporting leg up into 90 degrees. Just to really open up that hip joint if we can. So bring that leg that's on the ground up. And that's just going to stretch out that hip a bit more. And lower back down and change. And lower back down. And let's roll onto our side and up into sitting. Okay, so let's sit up nice and tall. Let's have our two hands, palms, fingers facing away from us. Sitting up nice and tall. Feet pointing away. We're going to try this. It's a bit of an advanced move, but no bother. I think there'll be no bother to you. So let's inhale. Exhale, bring our backside off the mat. Excellent. And back down. Let's go again. And let's lift. And down. Brilliant. And again, let's lift. And down. Let's do two more. Let's lift. And down. Last one. Lift. And down. And shake it out. Brilliant. I'm going to turn to face you. Okay, and we're just going to do some stretching. So do the mermaid stretch. So both legs at 90 degrees, okay? And we're going to open up. Really stretching that side. Brilliant. And change. Excellent. And change again. And last time. And let's change legs. So we normally find that one side will always be stiffer than the other. So just work into that stiff side, try and stretch it out a little bit more. Excellent. And back. And change. And change. And last time. And last one on this side. That's it. Now let's put our 2 feet together and just push those knees down into the mat. That's it. And let's stretch that leg away and lean towards that leg. And change. That's it. Let's cross those legs. Let's put our 2 hands out in front and go into prayer or into hands in front. Let's inhale. Exhale, lean as far towards that left side as we can. Keeping those hips facing me if you can. Brilliant. Back to neutral and let's change. And back and change again. And back and last time. Brilliant. Let's interlink those fingers. Let's push them away again. Big inhale. Exhale up to the sky. All the way to the right. And back to neutral and to the left. And back to neutral and lower back down. Let's roll those shoulders back. And forward. Let's bring our chin to our chest. Our right ear to our right shoulder. Chin to our chest again. Left ear to left shoulder. And let's rotate all around. You're creaking. And let's change direction. That's it. Let's just do a couple of power breaths. So let's inhale. Bring our shoulders to our ears and relax. And again. And relax. Let's do 2 more. And relax. Last last one. And relax. Okay, I'm just going to go back up into standing. Okay, I'm just going to find that neutral spine again. Okay, so we're just going to bring our 2 feet together. Let's point our toes out and then our heels out. Okay, and let's again rock onto our toes and back onto our heels and back onto our toes again and onto our heels, and let's find that triangle where our big toe, our little toe and our heel all have equal weight. Okay, let's rock that pelvis down towards the mat and draw it back up, and again, and up, and last time, and up. And let's find that halfway point where no water gets out of our bucket. Let's imagine those 2 magnets on our pelvis and draw those magnets in, getting that pelvic floor working, okay? Let's just do a couple of breaths again. So let's inhale and exhale, and again, and exhale. This time we're going to do breathe in for 2 and out for 2. So really getting that oxygen to the heart. So let's go. And again. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And shake it out.